Hey everybody, all right, so I'm keeping this black owned brands train just going along, all right. So today I'm talking about the honey pot, all right, and I actually have been wanting to try this brand for a long time, seriously. Just to put some context on this, I remember when this brand first came out, because of the, I guess you can say, the controversy. And again, nothing to do with the brand, but unfortunately it's just how people react to certain things. But let's kind of bring you back to when this brand, well, at least when I was introduced to this brand. So I remember it was around Black History Month, and I was seeing the commercials a lot, the Target commercials, right? Target was promoting this brand because yes, you can find the honey pot at Target, as well as several other online retailers, which I can provide those retailers down below, okay? But yeah, if you want to just walk into the store and grab a couple items from the honey pot, yes, you can go to your local Target store. So Target was pushing this brand around Black History Month, and which is wonderful and amazing, and I feel all companies should be doing that, right? And not just around Black History Month, but all the time, you know? Push these black owned brands, tell the world about them, you know? That should become a norm, but don't get me started because that's not what this video is about. But again, that's why I remember, because I remember some of our Caucasian friends, and that's me putting it very friendly and nice. But yeah, some of our Caucasian friends were upset about Target pushing this brand, and they were actually calling, like, I don't know if they were calling Target racist or the honey pot racist, or they was calling folks racist. I'm like, well, you're the one that seemed racist, because why are you upset? You know, this is Black History Month. Can we not get shine in our own month? But again, let me not get whoop whoop. Let me reel myself in. So anyway, I've been wanting to try this brand for a while, and here we go. Let's do it, right? Okay, so let me just kind of do a quick overview of what I loved, what I thought was just okay. Excuse me. And yeah, so I'm gonna start off with the menstrual products, okay? Because again, this is pretty much like a plethora of feminine care products, okay? So I'm going to start off with the Herbal Infused pads with wings. And I'm actually glad I'm starting with this because unfortunately this one was my least favorite. I will explain why. Okay, but again, just to kind of do a quick overview of the honey pot. This is a clean brand, okay, which is great. So no fragrances, no chlorine, no pesticides, okay. It's plant-based feminine care, which is amazing and wonderful, okay. Here's the thing with the pads, though. The pads have mint for a cooling sensation, and trust me, it's in there. All you can just smell the pad, and you can smell it, okay? And it smells great. Don't get me wrong, it smells wonderful. And then it has a lavender for calming, and aloe for soothing, okay? So mint for cooling, lavender for calming, aloe for soothing. I love aloe, and I happen to love lavender. And don't get me wrong, I love mint too. But I think my cuckoo doesn't like mint. Yes, I said cuckoo, okay? Cuckoo, coochie, cootie, vagina, whatever words you use. Mine, personally, doesn't like the cooling sensation, okay? So, again, what I would say is try it out. This is the 20 count. I'm not really sure if they have a count that's less than this. If they do, I would say go with that one so that you can try it and see if you actually like that cooling sensation. Because again, for me personally, I couldn't make it through a day. That's how real it is. You know, my vagina just likes to feel like a vagina. And what that means is I don't want it to feel like nothing. I don't need it to feel like nothing down here. You know, it just need to just be. But that's me though. That's me. I don't need or want a cooling sensation on my hoo-ha, and there's another word for you. And I can just keep these words coming. The honey pot, the whoppity wop. Yes, I did go there. But yeah, I just don't need a cooling sensation for down here. It's that time of the month. I mean, I am blessed that I have very wonderful periods, and what I mean by that is, some women really suffer during that time of the month. They have really horrible cramps. They really just feel awful. And me, I get through my day. I get through those 6 days, and then that's that. You know, the most inconvenient part is just that I'm bleeding. But as far as all of the bad symptoms that some women can get, I'm pretty lucky. You know, I occasionally get sore breast, very minor cramps, but most of the time I don't even get cramps either. I literally just bleed for 6 days and then it's done. That's it. So yeah, like I said, I'm not down talking these pads per se. I just don't like that cooling sensation. And actually, another thing, if you could extend the pad, I actually really prefer a long pad. So I have to say, and again, not taking anything away from the honey pot, I do still prefer my good old Always, okay? I'm going to explain why. Well, damn. Okay, so this particular pad here is from Always. All right. And I must have been smoking the day that I went to pick these up. I must have been on something, because they don't have wings. And that's a no-no for me. But this is the long, though. This is the long super. All right. And let me just so I can show you the difference in length. And again, if you're the type of woman that bleeds and the you know, it's liquid, so it spreads right forward and it spreads back some. So me personally, I like to have that added protection of a longer pad. Me personally, right? So just so you can see the difference. Well, here, I'll even lay it on top. So let me just lift up the plastic. So you see how clearly it stops right here and the Always is down here. So that extra, and I don't want to remove the packaging because I'm not using it, but you know, I just want you to kind of see. You see there? So there's clearly a good bit of space there. And for me personally, that matters. That really matters, okay? So I kind of just wanted to do that just to, you know, give you a sense of the difference between just a regular pad and then the long pad, okay? But sorry, when it comes to pads, I do still prefer Always, okay? And yeah, if you guys come out with pads without that cooling sensation, hey, I'm your girl. All right, so tampons. I had no issues with these. Great. I used them my whole last cycle without a problem. I liked that this particular package has regulars and supers, okay? That doesn't really need to be explained. You know, on those days where you're bleeding really heavily, which for me is towards the beginning of my period, and then as it's coming to its end, then I switch to regulars. All right, but these worked very well. The plunger did its job. You know, I prefer a plastic applicator to a cardboard applicator, so that's a plus there. This does come with a plastic applicator. And I mean, yeah, like I said, they were absorbent. They absorbed well. Again, I would say my first couple days, I bled through it pretty quickly, to where the pad was very wet as well. Because the whole point of why I wear two is in the hopes that the tampon will absorb most of it to kind of keep me as clean as possible, right? Because you don't want to walk around wet and sitting in all of that, right? Okay. The wipes, okay? I actually really like these. I really like the wipes. They smell good. They smell really good. And these were just called the scent for sensitive. So these were the sensitive wipes, okay? It says for intimate parts, body, and face. So I like that they're multi-purpose, right? Which is awesome. You could like put this in your bag and, you know, wipe down any area that just needs a little extra cleaning, okay? So that's awesome. You can't go wrong with that. And like I said, they smell good. They smell really, really good. And it's that basic kind of, you know, it's that thick towelette, if you will. So again, it's absorbent and they don't rip or shred or anything like that. So again, to me, all of that matters. So I'm going to try and give you guys as much information as possible before you go out and purchase, all right? If you haven't already. Okay, so I'm gonna move on to these. These I actually really, really liked, and let me explain what they are. Yeah. Now, these are actually suppositories, okay? And I can let me first start off showing reading what the ingredients are. It says boric acid, which is antifungal, cocoa butter for moisturizing, tea tree oil, which is antibacterial. I love tea tree oil. I use it a lot, just on my skin, just generally speaking. Okay, so what you can compare this to, I guess you can say, is if you've ever had a yeast infection and you get like the monostat, is that it? And it comes with the suppositories that you place in the applicator. You take the applicator, you put it into the vagina, you push that plunger part, which shoots the suppository into the vagina. I don't use the word shoots, but you feel what I'm saying. It pushes it. It pushes it into the vagina, and then it sits in place. Okay. I know they tend to say you can use it like either at night, because then you can go to sleep and kind of just let it do its thing. Because the only thing about when you use this during the day, all of that starts to flush out of you basically during the day. So I would recommend using like a panty liner if you're going to use something like this during the day. But anyway, what I like about this is, again, this is not, let me just start by saying this is not for a yeast infection. I just wanted to just give you clarity as to compare it to what you could compare it to in terms of the functionality of it, okay? That it comes with an applicator and that the suppositories look exactly the same as what you would find in Monistat. So what they say here is that you can use it after sex. I thought that was super interesting and dope because it says that semen has a pH of 7.1 to 8. The thing is that people really don't realize just how sensitive the honey pot is, right? The cuckoo, the cootie, the coochie, the wop. Yes, it's sensitive, and the pH can get thrown off quite easily. I remember in my 20s, I didn't realize then, but I would have vaginal irritation regularly, and I never really understood why. You know what I'm saying? And that can really be not only incredibly inconvenient and annoying when you're just agitated down there. It affects your sex life too when you're agitated down there. Like, again, to me, as far as I'm concerned, your vagina should feel like nothing. It should just feel good, you know? That's it. So, and if you're like me, I can always tell when it's off. I can always tell when there's something going on down there, and it's like, it shouldn't feel like that. So I actually like the idea of using something like, if you're the type that is sensitive after having sex or whatever, and you tend to get a little agitated, a little irritated down there, it's probably because your pH is thrown off, okay? So then I would recommend these for after sex, okay? It also says that pH tends to be around 7.4 at the end of your cycle. I thought that was really interesting too. I was like, wow, who knew that your own menstrual cycle can throw off your pH? I had no idea. So I learned something, okay? And then it says for regular hormonal imbalances, it says your vagina's pH should be between 3.8 and 4.5. Again, super dope and interesting. I was like, what? So to be honest with you, I was happy that I bought these just because, like, again, I learned something about my vagina that I honestly did not know, right? And that in itself is a plus. And like I said, so often we go through these phases, and not just phases, because you can easily have some type of imbalance at least once or twice a month. So it's not like it's something that like you only deal with maybe like once or twice a year. I doubt that. Sometimes it happens a lot. So again, you have to kind of know your own body and know when something doesn't feel quite right down there. And I mean, if you're, I mean, again, in my 20s, I was a little more clueless about my vagina, and poor thing, I to be honest with you, I walked around a lot with just a really agitated vagina, because I was like, I just didn't know what to do sometimes to help that situation out. But now that I am a woman in my 30s, I am way more educated and just way more in tune with that area. So yeah, no irritation, no agitation here. Again, I just want this cuckoo to just feel good. Okay, boom. All right, and the foaming wash. They actually carry this one in the sensitive as well as the normal. Since I went with the sensitive wipes, I was like, let me go with the normal wash. To be honest with you, I just wanted to see if there was a difference in scent. That was it. So I went with the normal wash, and it smells good. It does smell very, very nice. And it's a foam. Well, again, I did say foaming wash, so yes, it does come out as a foam. I think it says, okay, it says to shake it, and then it says pump 3 times. I would say two to 3, maybe 4. I guess it depends on you, you know, how sudsy you want it to be. So yeah, it says it has lavender, vinegar, and coconut. So that's why I like the way it smells. That makes sense, because I love lavender, and vinegar is actually good for the skin, and it's showing an apple there, so I'm assuming apple cider vinegar, which apple cider vinegar is actually very, very good for the skin. I even drink apple cider vinegar. I put a little bit, like a teaspoon of it, in my tea. That's how real, that's how much I like it. And coconut, I love coconut. Who doesn't like the scent of coconut? This smells really good. This does not agitate me. Yeah, again, the whole purpose is to just have it feel like nothing. And again, this is just my opinion. I don't want it to tingle. Well, when I'm washing, I don't want it to tangle. I don't want none of that extra stuff. You just need it to just not feel like nothing. It just need to feel regular, normal, right? It just need to be normal. It just need to feel normal. And this does that. Again, no irritation whatsoever. So, yeah. And then this, you know what? To be honest with you, I bought this probably because it's lavender. And I was like, oh. But this is a refreshing panty spray, okay? That's what it says. But when you turn the bottle around, it actually says that you can use this gentle mist on your panties, underarms, feet, and shoes. So essentially, this is a refresher spray. Yeah. Basically, this was a refreshing panty spray. But you can just take out the panty part if you want, because I don't want people to get caught up and think, oh, is it just for me to spray down my... It's a refresher spray. Like they said, spray your underarms, boom, bam, you know, and go on with your day, right? So yeah, and it does smell good. So there you go. So overall, I give the honey pot very, very good reviews. At the end of the day, especially when it comes to feminine care, what's most important is that you don't want any agitation, right? Most important is that you want your vagina to feel healthy, to feel clean, to feel normal, and that. But I mean, if you can check those boxes, then we're basically good, right? it's me personally, I don't need a whole lot of bells and whistles. It's really not even that serious. But for this to be the first black owned feminine care line, I obviously had to support it, and I had to check these products out to see if I actually would like them and would be able to review these products and recommend these products. And I do recommend these products, even the pads. Like I said, if you're the type of person who's not sensitive to you know, I don't even know what you would to those type of sensations down there, you know, while you're on your cycle, then you may love these. But again, for me, I just don't want that added sensation. I just want my pad to feel like nothing. That's it. Alright guys, so I'm gonna wrap this video up. I pretty much said everything that I needed and wanted to say about the honey pot. Like I said, I give it 2 thumbs up. I like these products. They did a good job on producing these products, and I'm just happy for them. I'm happy for them. We need more black owned everything as far as I'm concerned, okay? So why not feminine care? All right. So like I said, I'm going to keep this black owned brand train coming at y'all, and I'm going to keep bringing these products as much as I can and giving real honest reviews, okay? And that's basically it, guys. All right. So whoppity wop bop. That was corny. Bye.